So here comes Malik Johnson. He got a breakaway. And then he's hooked, falls down. And the referee didn't waste any time. He said, penalty shot. And I'm going, wow, we got a penalty shot.
Here comes Johnson for the penalty shot. Gliding in from the far side. Sets up a left-handed wrister and he scores!
Well, first off, when Malik was knocked or pulled down, you knew it was going to be a penalty shot. And it's a play that, sometimes happens. A guy's going to have a breakaway. The stick was clearly in his stomach at that point from the defender. He knocked him down, and you knew it was going to be a penalty shot.
Yeah, the ref made the right call, called the penalty shot, and then, again, you're looking at the moment, 2-1, again, you're just thinking about it, ready to go, and then everyone gathers to the bench like we always do, and then it's just Malik and their goalie left on the ice. And
well, my thought on a penalty shot is, the percentages are so low, and it's something I didn't learn until we started watching hockey and then started looking at numbers as we're doing games or what have you. And I'd almost, if you have a good power play, I'd almost rather have the power play.
So I'll give a little bit backstory to that. We did a shootout like a couple weeks before, and I scored a couple goals in the shootouts in practice, and I kept saying puck doesn't lie. So we right before the shootout, I went to Brad and I said to Brad, I was like, do you have any advice? And he just looked at me and said, puck doesn't lie, buddy.
I'm saying to myself, here we go, folks. This is one of the most exciting plays, not only in a game of hockey, but in the game of sport. You got one-on-one, all right? You got the shooter against the goaltender, and that's it. And you got everybody watching.
Just waiting for that anticipation for that ref to make that blow that whistle there, and then sure enough, get to that point, Malik starts heading down, and there's a thing I like to touch each guy next to me, so I'm there, I'm in my zone, I'm dialed in, just watching him go down the ice.
And I think that the cool thing is you're watching this video and seeing the replay of it. He, at one point, only had one hand on the stick. It was like, like he was just skating on a Sunday afternoon with the family. And then all of a sudden, he gets the other hand on it and makes the move. And then, of course, the amazing thing of it is he flicks it in as he's airborne.
And he almost stumbles. And he actually did. And I'm saying to myself, but he scores. It went in. And it was pretty, and he goes flying off into the right corner there. And then I could still remember, him just, and the crowd just went crazy.
And then I just remember Malik coming in, he opens up a little bit and he goes to shoot. And it looked like he went down, like the guy started coming up, they saw it, and I was like, did he go down? I remember thinking, did he fall? And then sure enough, yeah, the puck was in the net, he ggets up, huge celly, we're up 3-1, and it was our weekend.
So then I just went down and I faked the shot, and the rest is history. It was kind of planned, kind of unplanned, fell and scored at the same time. So it was just it was a great moment. It was a great feeling, and then didn't score for a while. So coming back to the bench, it was just nice to see everybody excited, and it felt great.
I was watching the puck enter the back of the net, and then you see the player fall down in the aftermath, and it wasn't until I saw the video replay second time through after we let the play breathe for a little bit on the broadcast that I saw him actually stumble while winding up for the shot. So that was one where spontaneously you just call the goal, and then once you take a step back and you get another look at it, you can take it all in and appreciate what he was able to do.
I mean, this is just a beauty. It was kind of like it was ordained, and of course the first thing we asked, hey, did you really slip, or was that part of the routine? And he's kind of smiling, so that was the real answer. Then he said, yeah, well, that's kind of that was sort of he didn't quite say I did that on purpose, but he let us believe that or think that or what have you.
For the record, falling is a part of the plan. It was to get the goalie off guard, When I was falling, I pretty much, the puck went exactly where I wanted it to go. It went 5-hole like on the ice where I wanted. It just didn't look pretty, but you know, the puck went where I wanted it to go back in the net. So they don't ask how, they ask how many.
When I interviewed him afterward, I did not know this was Malik Johnson's only penalty shot of his career. Think of this. And he never had one and never had scored. And that was amazing. I'm like, really? You know, when I interviewed him about it, he's, no, I never had one. And so there it is, you know, and the joy on his face afterwards, standing there while people were shouting his name, that was really cool. And he's a crowd favorite anyway, and that really just put a capper on what he did for the Ice Flyers this year.
Here comes Johnson for the penalty shot. Gliding in from the far side. Sets up a left-handed wrister and he scores! As he falls down, he finds the back of the net, and Pensacola on the penalty shot takes a 3-1 lead. You be the judge. Was that on purpose or not?